Hello and welcome back to another Router Gods video. My name's Humphrey. We're still in Thailand. In fact, I'm kind of stuck in Thailand. I can't return to Singapore just yet, but I'm here in an Airbnb in Pattaya and figured I'd do a video on how I search and find my Airbnb. So I stay at Airbnbs generally for weekly and monthly stays in Thailand. I've done Thailand, I've done Mexico City, I've done Panama City in Panama for Airbnb, and they've all worked out great. So we're looking at the Airbnb website. We're gonna type in Bangkok, Thailand, and we're gonna do this for 1 month. I always do 1 month stays or try to do 1 month stays because the discount is higher. And also in Thailand, 1 month stays are 100% legal. So if you do less than a 1 month stay at an Airbnb, technically it is illegal. There are scary signs at the condos. Now, have I ever seen anyone actually get busted? Have I been busted for a weekly stay or like a 5-day stay? No, it's never happened, but technically it is illegal. And some of the condos that you book, if it's for less than a month, it becomes this James Bond 007 thing on checking in. We'll do another video about that later. But chances of you getting in trouble are very, very low, but it may be safer just to book 1 month and beyond, just to stay on the safe side. Okay, so we're gonna book November 10th to December 10th, and we're also going to click on search. After I click on search, you're gonna be given a map on the right side, you're gonna be given a listing, but don't go to the map just yet. You're going to tighten down this search by clicking on type of place and entire place. So you want the entire condo, the entire apartment, or the entire house. Then we're gonna click on more filters. We're gonna pick the top 4 things for amenities. We're gonna click down here. You want a washer and dryer. You want air conditioning, that's for damn sure in Thailand. And you want Wi-Fi. We're gonna go into the specifics about Wi-Fi later, especially if you're a digital nomad, or if you're like me, you actually have a full daytime, a real daytime job, and you need Zoom or WebEx support. You need Wi-Fi that's fast enough for that. Okay, so air conditioning, washer, dryer, and Wi-Fi. Now up here, you've got Superhost and you have Airbnb Plus. What are the differences? A Superhost is someone who has had the apartment or condo for a little bit and they've rented out to a certain number of people, and he or she has gotten an average of, I believe it's 4.8 or 4.9, something like that. So basically it's not just someone they're doing their first Airbnb. So it's a little extra margin of safety for you. That way you know you're renting with a decent person. What does Airbnb Plus mean? So the difference is Superhost, you automatically get when you have a certain number of reviews and an average, a high average. Airbnb Plus is an opt-in, so Airbnb will contact the person, the Airbnber, the person renting out the place, and I don't know if you pay for it, I don't know how it exactly goes, but it's an invite only, and they do a little extra vetting, so it's an extra margin of safety. It's kind of like getting a Michelin star, I guess, but the problem is the number of folks that are Airbnb Plus certified is smaller. And also, people tend to increase their rates after they get this. So it's kind of like getting a Michelin star. Now you're famous, and so why not charge more money? So we'll click on Show the Stays. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize the listings on the left-hand side because we want to look at our map. And I'm going to zoom in a bit. And so we're looking at Bangkok, Thailand. This line that you see going from west to east, this kind of like this faint green line, that is the SkyTrain or the BTS. So you definitely want to be close to the BTS stations. That way you can hit that train, and that's the elevated platform for most of the city. So this is going from west to east. The blue lines that you see here, these are the airport links, and that's also the subway line. The subway line is called the MRT. Now, first time folks to Bangkok, I'm going to recommend that you stay in this area here. This is known as Lower Sukhumvit. So you're talking about Nana Station, Nana Plaza Station to Asok Station. And we're going to zoom in a bit. Kind of the hot area to stay at is in this area right here, around Asok. The reason for that is you're at the intersection of both the SkyTrain station and also the MRT, the subway station. So you can go north-south, You could go east-west very easily. So you can hit MBK, you can hit Terminal 20 while you're at Terminal 21, but Siam Paragon, then you could also go east, you could go north. So it's just a very convenient place to be. Now on your second, third, fourth trips, and trust me, after you visit Bangkok once, you're coming back. Very, very few people only visit Thailand once. You're coming back. So after the first stay, you could pick the other places. So you could spread your wings and go a little farther out. But the first couple times, you probably want to stay here. Now notice the prices. The prices range from, you can get a low price of around 600 bucks, but generally you're looking at 900, 1,000 bucks, 2,000 bucks for this area. Why? Because it's a lot of people stay here, and it's people's first time, so you can argue that they're getting ripped off and stuff like that, but it is also a very central place to be. Okay, so I'm going to click on this link, and this particular place has a heart by it, and the reason it has a heart is I've saved it. So once you find a listing that you like, save it. So I'm going to click on that, click on the picture. It's going to give me kind of the collage of pictures. I always generally kind of look through the pictures a little bit, click on one of them, scroll down, and just be careful sometimes, because these are a lot of times going to be glamour shots. They'll show the gym, they'll show the pool. This is COVID-19 time, so the gym and the pool I don't place much weight upon, because it's COVID, it can be closed at any time. The government can just say, boom, no more pool. And that's actually happened to me. I've been here since July 12th, and for most of that time, the pool and the gym for all the places I've rented have been closed by government order. It's just within this past week or so that that's been opened up. Yay. But yeah, what good is a nice pool and a nice gym if you can't use it? Also, be careful with certain glamour shots. I'm looking for a balcony. I like balconies. In fact, this Airbnb right here, let me just show you the balcony. That's one side of the balcony. Let's walk over here. And that's the other side of the balcony. Look at how huge this balcony is. I'm at the corner, and that's the view of the ocean. That's Hilton. And that is southeast, looking towards Pattaya. So I love my balconies because I work out of the balcony most of the time. I mean, why not? Then I go on the right side, I look at the price and click on the fees included. You're looking for fees, you're looking for cleaning fees, you're looking for service fees, anything that the person will charge extra for. And click on reserve, because that's going to break out the costs on the right-hand side. Some of the costs you won't see on the first page. So you may get a listing that looks really cheap, go, wow, that's a great price, but then they'll try to hit you with the $50 cleaning fee. Sometimes it could be a $100 cleaning fee. Now, that's not always bad. That's not always a ripoff. I'll give you a good example. There was a couple years ago, I stayed at a 4,000 square foot Airbnb right in the heart of Asok, next to a well-known landmark. So 4,000 square feet, basically half of the floor. 4,000 square feet, it was like 5 bedrooms. It was a huge, huge place. And the cleaning fee for that was 3,000 baht. Okay, you may think, wow, that's a lot of money. But it's 4,000 square feet. I mean, it's a lot of area to clean. And I was there for about 2 to 3 weeks. So I think that's a fair price. But normally I'm looking for, if they're not going to charge you for the cleaning fee, or if it's a reasonable, if it's a 20 bucks or something like that, that's completely fine. But be aware, always click on the price or reserve to look at the cleaning fees or any other fees that they're going to charge. Also look at their rating and look at the number of reviews. Also, I said that when you're doing a monthly, generally when you're doing a monthly rental, you're going to get a pretty huge discount. So this $924 was the original price if you're going to do daily, and it's dropped it down to $576. So you're talking about less than 20 bucks a day for this place, right in the heart of Asok, Lower Sukhumvit. So that's a pretty good price. All in, that's pretty decent. Another thing you want to do is you want to look at the details, show more, kind of look at their rules. One common rule that I hate seeing is If they have a washer and dryer, some places will say you can only use the washer and dryer once per stay or twice a week or something like that. If you're in Thailand, you're probably going to be you're probably going to do the washer and dryer once every 3 to 4 days if you've brought a decent amount of clothes. Because you're going to be changing clothes constantly because it's wet and muggy, it'll be raining, you know, stuff like that. You're sweating a lot. So be aware of the washer and dryer rules. Also, what you're looking for is Wi-Fi speeds. Hopefully they should be putting down the Wi-Fi speeds. If not, it is perfectly fine to message the person and say, hey, I'm interested in renting your place, but I don't see the Wi-Fi speeds. Can you do a speed test? Do a speed test, speedtest.net or .com or whatever it is. Do a speed test and send me the results, the link, the entire results, not just the speed, but the loss, latency, and jitter. Jitter and the latency, well, loss, latency, and jitter, all that, and the speed, that's all important if you're going to be doing WebExes or Zooms for work. If the jitter is high, if the loss is high, your video and your audio is not going to hold. It's going to sound really crappy. So let's say this looks interesting. You're gonna save it. That way you can compare. But you can go back and look. And what you can do is you can zoom in to different areas, and we'll finish up by telling you the other areas. So if you're gonna follow the SkyTrain line, as you follow the SkyTrain line, if you go 1 or 2 stops past that, so Phrom area, Tonglo area, this is where a lot of the richer Thais, this is kind of the hoity-toity, the Haiso area. Also, a lot of Japanese will stay here. Also in this area, Phrom, you've got the Emporium Mall and M Quartier, both really super fancy malls. So this area is really good. And then as you go down here, this is Ekamai and then Onnut. Onnut is a very affordable area. You'll see that the prices are lower, $500, $600 a month for the entire condo. It'll be a really nice condo as well. Very local food and decent shopping. There's grocery stores and a decent mall down there. So this is on your later trips, but on your first couple of trips, probably you're going to be staying at the Asok Lower Sukhumvit area. All right, so that's how I use Airbnb to find myself long-term stays, especially in Thailand, Bangkok, Pattaya, etc. In the future video, I'll talk about how I fix the Wi-Fi in my places because I need good Wi-Fi to be working out on the balcony. All right, Humphrey with Router Guides again. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.